All right. Let's see if it's live. Come. All right. Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. We're the brothers at Great Millstone, Atlanta. We want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadosh.
Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom to all the Akim pushing out this truth and sincerity. All right. Coming at you, brothers, with a quick live stream. All right. And it's called The Do's and Don'ts of a Novice. And just a disclaimer. All right. You know, we're novices. You know, we don't proclaim ourselves to be on any type of level. You know, we're still learning under our apostles and elders, but you know, we've been around longer than you know, men that's you know, just finding out the truth. You know, and we've seen a lot of guys, you know, come up to the camps and want to learn. So you know, this is just a recommendation. And, you know, just the do's and don'ts and things from our experiences, you know, how you should move, you know, coming into the camp, when you're first coming into the camp, and also when you're listening on the outside of the camp, you know. So this is really just mainly for younger brothers, you know, mainly just for younger brothers, just to kind of be in the right spirit of wanting to learn and grow, you know, in the spirit. So yeah, we'll start with
that First Timothy.
Yep.
All right, this is First Timothy chapter 3 and verse 5. For if a man know not how to rule his own house, how shall he take care of the church of the Most High?
That's right. Hey, so the first step, you got to be able to rule your own household. You got to be able to rule, you know, your family, you know, your surroundings. You got to be able to rule your own life.
Hey. That's right, even yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you don't have a family. Let's say it's just you in the house. Well, you got to know how to rule yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because the word bayath, you know, in the Hebrew is house. And that goes back, you know, to the word body. That's where you get the word body from. So if you don't know how to rule your own house, how then can you rule the house of Yahweh Ba'ashem Shai? You know, how can you instruct and guide other brothers that's willing to come into the same house, a tabernacle of David? You can't rule yourself,
right?
You know, just you know what the brother Kamal is saying.
Yeah, hey, that's right, bro. Because you know that's the first step is getting your own self in order. You know, before you come into the camp, you got to purge off a lot of demons. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to you know, get your own mindset right, really, before you even come out to the camp. You know, you want to have a clear conscience. You know, you want to purge, you know, you want to be clean, you know, because you got to really, you're presenting yourself before the Lord. You don't want to go before the Lord just filthy, you know, filthy and riddled with demons. No, you want to actually, you know, prepare yourself to go in front of the Most High, you know, because, you know, the men that the Lord set up to teach, you know, they were sent by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know. So really, and these men are the mouthpieces of the Most High, you know. So really, when you go out in front of these camps, you know, that's the Lord is in the midst. Don't the scriptures say, when 2 or 3 gathered in my name, I am in the midst? The Spirit of the Lord is at these camps, you know. So you know this is a serious thing when you go out and present yourself in front of these camps. And when you're in the camp, you know, what you got it, brother.
Con. This is verse 6. It says, not a novice, lest being lifted up with pride, he fall into the condemnation of the devil.
Con, not a novice, you know. And it says, lest being filled up with pride. And that's one thing that pride is one thing that you really got to get rid of before you know, when you first coming out to these camps. Because a lot of these guys, you know, they feel like they've been watching a lot of videos, and, you know, they feel like they know they got, you know, they already on deck, so to speak. Mm-hmm. You know, I've been watching 100 hours worth of Great Millstone videos. I'm ready.
Yeah.
You know, that's that pride that you got to get off of you, that pride demon. You got to come humble before the Lord, you know. And it says, not a novice. Which we'll get that word novice Con. Yep.
Just the word novice. I'm gonna play it. Hopefully, pick up. Con.
Strong's G 3504. Neophytos.
All right. It says newly planted, a new convert. Woo! Yeah. Meaning a new brother.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, a brother that's coming down to the camp, or just even a brother that just crossed the line and came into the camp, man. There's etiquette. There's a way of coming into this thing, man. You know?
That's right.
And it comes through humility. It comes through drive. It comes through diligence. It comes through respect and order. You know? Because you have certain men that you know, come into the truth, and they get to a certain point of understanding where they start to despise the government. They start to think that the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai needs to run through them. And that's where you get a Sakari from.
Yeah.
That's where you get a teachers of truth. That's where you get Shai Israelites, tried and refined, Good Samaritans, Malak Shar, so on and so forth. Because they feel as if the spirit should operate through them, because they've received an immense amount of understanding that no other man has received. And that's being lifted up with pride. But all of these guys were novices. They were newly planted, man.
Right.
Okay? They weren't men that was around, you know, for 10 to 15 years, that's been rooted, then been through all kind of hell and things like that. These were fresh, newly planted seeds. They came into this thing and was there for 4 to 5 to 6 years, and it ended up being what? Being lifted up with pride.
That's right.
You know? So when you young, man, hey, and we speaking on this because we are novices, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right? We young men in the faith. You know? This brother Ratazah is pretty much an elder brother. You know, been in this thing for 9 going on 10 years. But that's still like a 9 or 10-year-old boy.
That's right. Yeah.
That's newly planted, man.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
All right. Spiritually, you become an adult when you become 12 years old, 12, 13 years old, man.
That's right. That's right.
So when you're a young babe coming into this faith, man, you want to conduct yourself with just the simplicity of desiring the milk.
Yeah.
Of just following. You know, listening, serving, you know, those are the duties of a novice, man. The don'ts is challenging the order, challenging the tops, talking, firing off at camp every time you get a second. You talking over the apostles and elders,
right?
You know,
talking
over the main brother that's speaking. You interrupted him, talking about you got a precept. Just been out there for 2 weeks. Yeah, supposed to be listening, but you got a precept. That's that. Don't do that, man. Just listen, man. Yeah, you know.
I could say a lot of guys showing their hand early, man. You know, scriptures, you know, foretold of guys like that. Brother going into, you know, guys that are kind of basically, you know, rash, you know, with their mouth, so to speak. You know, quick to jump the gun, and like you said, you know, talking too much. But just doing things is out of order, man. You know, and order is a very important thing in this truth, man. And you see the guys that were basically out of order, you know, they eventually got cast out, you know, and hey, you see the examples like the brother made, man, with these various camps. You know, the scriptures is real big on being humble, man, and coming low. All right, you can't come into this thing with the attitude like you already got it. Or you over brothers, or you know, match the wisdom of the apostles. Like the brothers going into, man, you were a novice, man. So you got to take on the characteristics of a novice. You got to be willing to learn, you know, willing to hear. All right, which I think your brothers got that scripture on that too. You know, that's part of this thing, man. You gotta know how to walk that walk and follow the protocol, man. You know.
Hey, shalom to all the brothers on the comment board. The brother,
hey, shalom.
Shalom. You know, just call you brothers out. Halal Ariyah, shalom, brother, and the brother. That's my bro right there. Ayashima, man. Ayashima, what's going on, brother? Shalom. Yabashim Shabbat. Yabashim Shabbat. Shimrakaka Dash Barakatah, brother.
Shalom.
Shalom to y'all, man. Shalom, man. But Salaki, man, what you was saying, bro?
Yeah. No, that was it. I had a scripture.
Yeah,
okay,
bring out what you got.
Somebody jump on it if they want. It's First Corinthians 14. I'm gonna read 30, then I'm gonna jump down to 40. It says, "For the Most High is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints."
That's right, man.
Yeah.
When you come out, to a camp and you introduce yourself to Yahweh Shema or Shah through the brothers, you got to remember, man, that brothers that's been out there, that's been experiencing the highways and byways for a number of years, they've acquired a level of discernment due to encountering different spirits. They know, the different arguments that people are going to pose. They know the different spirit that people come in. So you better remember that when you come out there, that brothers know how to read spirits, man. Experienced brothers that's been out there for a level of years, the Lord has given them the discernment to be able to read spirits because the spirit of the Lord is in them. And the scriptures tell you that it's a discerning spirit, So when you come before the camps, when you come down to the camp, just be humble and diligently listen. Take notes. You should be down at camp. You should be writing down notes. If you're not writing down notes, highlight the scriptures in your book. Follow along. Follow through in the word.
Right.
That's being a humble, entry level brother, a humble beginner.
Utilize it. Be a good student. When you go to Esau's schools, you'll take notes and study. How much more of this thing? This is the real knowledge.
Right.
You should want to apply this. You should want to get involved and apply this knowledge. Because this is serious. This is our history. Why don't you gotta want to learn your own history? You gotta want to learn these things. Get into these precepts. Like the brother said, get your notebook, get your highlighter. A lot of these guys, they just come out and got their hands in their pockets. It's good you listen and it's good you're out there and you're attentive. But hey, you gotta do more. You gotta actually. Hey, it's so many jewels that brothers be dropping. At camp. So many breakdowns and different things. So much information. You could be writing in your Bible like, yes, put it next to the scripture, break down on such and such, this, or, put a little arrow, make it useful, utilize the information and I'll say retain it, because it's for you. It's for the elect. What I'm saying? We're doing it for the elect. So, if you are a member of the elect, then you're gonna be attentive and the word is gonna sink into your spirit. I got a precept. Were you done on that?
I'm gonna jump down to 40.
Okay,
real quick. You got it. It's First Corinthians 14 and 40. Let all things be done decently and in order.
Yeah, this thing is not just a free for all, man.
Right.
Everything it's an order to this thing about. Everything is intricate. You don't just because a lot of these guys that come from the world. When you're in the world, you don't know any better. And that's why we call it do's and don'ts, because this is really for brothers that don't know. When you're in the world, you don't know how to move. You don't know what not to do because you're used to America where there's no order at all.
It's just disorderly conduct. Yeah, you're used to talking over people. You used to getting your point across. You used to arguing and all these other things, man. But when you come into the truth, man, this truth teaches you to react totally opposite of America. And you have to understand the do's and the don'ts of an entry level brother, man. And this lesson is more so targeted towards younger men. whether brothers are on the opposite side of the camp listening, taking notes, trying to come in, or brothers that just crossed the line, man. All right, you got to remember, man, that you know how you supposed to move in this thing. Don't get beside yourself, man.
Right.
You know, never get beside yourself. Don't let pride lift you up because you learned a couple precepts, man. All right. Remember, there was always men that labored before you, not even just now, thousands of years ago.
Right.
All right. There were men that received heavy revelations, that received heavy visions, that had angels come down to them, man. So don't come into this thing 2 and 3 years and think you just some top shotter, man. You ain't been visited by no angel, man.
Yeah, right. And you know, our apostles and elders, they've seen a lot of men come and go. You know, thousands of men come and go.
Yeah.
You know, thousands of men, you know, come out and listen, and then you know for months, years, and you know that should scare you.
Yeah.
That alone should scare you. You know.
That's right. I got one. If nobody has one, it's from the brother Ayashimaf. That he put it on the comment board. I just wanted to read it because it was very fitting. This is Ecclesiasticus chapter 8, verse 8. Yeah. Despise not the discourse of the wise, but acquaint thyself with their proverbs. And who is the wise? The wise is the men that Yahweh Shema Shai set up over you. All right. From the apostles, the elders, and the different camp heads, man, the priests, you know, the different teachers in the camp that's been around, you know, laboring, enduring a little longer than you. All right. You have to acquaint yourselves with those proverbs, the former men of the scriptures, the prophets, Isaiah, Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Noah, Jonah, Nahum, Habakkuk. You're supposed to acquaint yourselves with those proverbs. How was Shai, most important? You know, continuing on. It says, for of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. You see? So it's about, hey, when you first come into this thing, man, you're supposed to be in the mind frame of serving.
That's right.
Serving the brotherhood, man. What should I do? Can I pick somebody up? Can I drop somebody off at the camp? If you have, money to contribute towards the tithes for the betterment of the camp, contribute. You know, you can make brothers plates, or you could bring, you can do whatever, man. Just serve, you know, carry the signs, carry the camera, you know, re-upload. Right. There's all kind of things that you can do to serve the body of Yahweh Shema Shai, because you got to remember that, man, you have brothers that's been enduring all kind of hell, you know, for years, and sometimes they may need a younger brother to take a little weight off them. Yeah. Here and there, man.
Right. You could pay your tithes before you come to camp.
Yeah.
You know?
That's right. That's right, bro. That's right. I'm going to continue on. This is verse 9. It says, miss not the discourse of the elders, but they also learned of their fathers. So the apostles and the elders that teach us, they have elders as well that they learn from, man. You know, that taught them, that guided them, that instructed them. And they basically lead us down that same path, man. You know? So when you're dealing with this thing, man, there are do's and don'ts, entry level. And the reason that we're able to say this, Akim, and we're not saying this to get down on younger brothers or whatnot, it's just more so an exhortation, you know, or just something to think about, because we had to come in through entry level, man.
Yep.
You know? We had to come through that doorstep, that threshold at one point in time where we had to serve. We had to follow orders, man. You know, with our former camp head, Yaradan, we had to follow orders, things that he implemented and things that he pushed out. We had to follow those things, man. You know, we didn't follow those things grievously, right? Or like we didn't, you know, respect them or whatever. You know, the Most High set them up to rule or be over our camp for that particular time. So everything that he pushed out on us, we tried to make sure we came through with it, man. You know, and that's how you got to come, man. You know, following that order, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man.
That's right.
I'm gonna finish it up, Jamal. You got it. It says, for of them thou shalt learn instruction and how to serve great men with ease. Miss not the discourse of the elders, For they also learn of their fathers, and of them thou shalt learn understanding, and to give answer as need requireth.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, that's through our apostles and elders. That's why we listen to them, because these men have had years and years of understanding. They had men that were above them that taught them the order and the breakdowns and different things. And our elders and apostles, they still have respect and reverence for their elders and apostles, elders, the men that came before them, the men that taught them. And that's the order, man. You always gonna have men that's above you that laid out the foundation through the Spirit and provided and added to the ministry.
That's right.
I got a precept. This is Hebrews 5:12. For the time ye ought to be teachers, ye have need that one teach you again, which be first principles of the oracles of the Most High. That's right. So like we were saying, about being proud. It says when you ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again. So a lot, like we said, a lot of these guys, they might come to the camp thinking they on a level, but it says it's needs that one teach you again. You have to be retaught, man. This isn't a thing where you just go and show off what all you know.
Right.
You're a student.
Yeah, putting fringes and the ribbon of the blue on the bottom of your t-shirt. Thinking you know something.
Right. It says and are become such as have need of milk and not of strong meat. So you need milk. He needs some milk.
He needs some milk.
No, because but that's the thing. And that's another thing. A lot of these guys, that start teaching. Some of these guys, they might make their own channel or whatever, and they try to go too deep.
Yeah.
You got some of these guys that and there's nothing wrong with making your own channel. You can do re-uploads and you can do lessons outside of being before you become a part of Great Millstone. But the main thing, the point that I'm making is don't stick to the milk. You ain't gotta go deep. You ain't gotta go into heavy breakdowns that are above your understanding.
Yeah. Or you throwing, like you were saying earlier before we cranked the video up, you throwing Great Millstone on your name, on your page name, and you ain't a part of the camp
prematurely.
Prematurely, you just throwing G. You got it, man. When you call yourself being a part of the body of Great Millstone, you should be on the highways and byways laboring. All right. The men of Great Millstone, we don't recognize ourselves being men that's on the outside, man.
Right.
Looking in, man. All right. If you can't teach on the highways and byways, you don't need to be teaching, man. And I say that humbly, but there's an order, man. This is not a free for all, man. This is a camp of order and action.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. If I could say, that go back to what we read earlier in what's that? 1 Corinthians 14. All things be done decently and in order. Maybe brothers bringing out guys jumping the gun, slapping GMS on the YouTube channel, man. But you should have went to the nearest camp in your city, and stood your ass out there, man.
That's right.
And you let them brothers, filter it out through the Spirit, whether you need, because like you said, this ain't no damn free fall, man. Everybody just slapping GMS on their name. Nobody know who you are, where you from.
You in the same state. It's 2 and 3 camps in the same state that nobody know who you are.
Right.
You just a Lone Ranger with GMS on your name. You ain't checking in.
Yeah, they ain't gonna cut it.
Not paying tithes.
Right.
Nothing. Yeah, like you said, Tazwan before the lesson too. That's like you trying out for or a basketball team or whatever. And you went ahead and bought your jersey.
Right.
Went ahead and got a custom made jersey.
With your name on the back.
With your name on the back. Bro, just wait till you're a part of the team. Wait till the Lord gives you the green light. And because it's all the Lord's timing. you know, of coming into the camp. You know, some men feel like, oh, well, you know, I might have a deeper understanding, so I should come into camp pretty quick, or I should be in the camp by now, or, you know, hey, it's not it's no time, it's no set time that you know, oh, you come to 50 camps and you good. You know, it ain't no attendance record.
Right.
When you come into the camp, it's the Lord's timing. The Lord is, you know, some men come in 2 months. Some men might come in 2 years.
Yeah.
You know, some men it might take 2 years, but it depends. It varies. It's all about the Spirit, about the Lord's timing. Sometimes the Lord, you know, for the men that it takes 2 years, sometimes the Lord got to take them through more things. You know, the Lord has to basically prime you a little bit more than the next man.
That's right. You got some brothers may have more demons on them than the next.
Mm-hmm.
It's all up to the Spirit, man. It's up to the Spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. And the Spirit moves on a man, on primarily the camp head or the second in command, you know, to bring a brother in, man. All right, because that's their position. That's their position of leadership. They can do those things. They have the right to do those things, man. You know, through the Spirit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so all of us, man, we had to come through that threshold, man, of being entry level, man, coming into the camp. But we here to say, man, you don't. When you first come out to the highways and byways, and you in front of, let's say, the apostles and the elders, and you saying you this and you that, and you've done this and you've done that, and you're this type of guy and that type of guy, man, calm down, man.
Right. All
right. The only reason you're doing that is because you come from a background of not being recognized. Mm-hmm. So you want to come before the men of the Lord and prove yourself and prove your own self-worth when you have no self-worth. The only worth that we have is in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai.
Right, bro.
That's our worth. So we don't have to prove our worth when we come down to the camp.
Okay.
Just show the sincerity. Show that you believe.
Yeah.
You know? And then in due time, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai will bring you on the other side, man. You could join the camp and you can labor it. You can push this word, and you can have contact with the body of men that can help you out, that can exhort you, that can reprove you, that can admonish you, that can help you, lift you up, that can carry a particular burden that you have, that can give you ideas, sharpen you. But it all comes. The Lord don't just give you access granted, man.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You have to go through the process, due process, man. The do's and the don'ts.
Yeah.
Come on, you got it, bro. Go ahead, bro.
It's 1 Peter 5:6. Humble yourselves, therefore, under the mighty hand of the Most High, that He may exalt you in due time.
Yeah, that's right, man. Yeah. That's a beautiful precept, bro. You know, let the Lord, Yahweh Shema Shai, exalt you in due time, man. Don't exalt yourself.
Right.
You know, you have this spirit of preeminence that certain men have in the truth. You know, and you might see it within a brother. You may not say nothing. You might just see it. You know, like, yeah, this dude right here, he seek vainglory, man. You know, but don't put yourself in that predicament of you trying to exalt yourself, man. Let Yahweh Shem Shai promote you, man. Let the Lord exalt you. Let the Lord bring you into the camp. Don't come down to the brother saying, hey, when I'm coming to the camp, man. Just come down there, man.
Yeah.
And then the Spirit is going to do what? Hey, man, come on in, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that just happened with us this past weekend.
Yeah. And you don't be expecting it either.
Yeah.
You don't be expecting. When you on the outside, you just, you know, you just learning and listening. You know, you don't be, you know, when men bring, when the Lord basically, you know, decides fit for you to come into the camp, it's a surprise to you because you're like, oh man, you know, and it's a good feeling. It's a good feeling because you're like, man, you know, I accomplished it through the Spirit. You know, I'm able to, you know, be a part of the body because it's a beautiful thing to be in the fold. You know, you know, a lot of times, you know, when you outside the camp, you know, after camp, you got to break out and go home by yourself.
Yeah.
You know? Kind of, like that.
If I can add too, like in that verse, it said, humble yourself under the hand of the Most High. That hand represents, like you was going into that threshold, man.
Yeah.
That resistance. The Lord's putting you, holding you down, so to speak, you know, to where you gotta wait, man. You know, hey, brother, you might have to drive an hour or two out to get to the camp. You know, you gotta stand out there with the brothers in the rain, with the brothers in the heat. Like, I ain't in the camp yet, but the Most High got you under His hand, basically holding you put, so to speak. Man.
That's right.
Yep.
You know, you gotta trust in the Yahweh, trust in the Spirit. And man, in due time, I'm you know, Lord, see me worthy to be one of His servants, man.
That's right.
You gotta remain under the Most High's hand, His power, man.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, that's that barrier. That's that spiritual barrier.
Spiritual barrier.
Yep.
You know, like the brother saying, man, those spiritual stipulations of coming in, man.
Yeah.
You face certain. The Lord tries you also before you come into a camp. You got certain situations that's going on prior to you coming into a camp. You know, Satan jacking you up. You know, all kind of problems transpiring within your life. You know, Most High is trying to see if you fit. You know, if you can actually perfectly fit and join yourself to the particular body in which you're trying to be a part of.
Yep.
So He takes you through certain things, that entry level phase, man. You know, brother. So there, you know, like the brother Gamal was speaking about, which the Spirit jumped on this brother to come with the topic. But you have do's and don'ts when you're trying to come into a camp or when you're trying to serve Yahweh Shema Shai, man. Okay? Don't come and try to incorporate that worldly introduction. Like you in an interview with a Fortune 500 company, you got your shirt, your tie, and your tux on, and you just coming with this proud spirit. You walk out the interview like, yeah, I know I got the job. Nah, bro. The Most High is totally opposite. He looks for the humble. That's right. That's why the brother just brought that out, man. Humble yourselves in the sight of the Lord, man.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah.
He looks for the humble, man. You have certain dudes come down to the camp, be proud as hell, trying to tell the apostles and elders things.
Yeah.
Trying to teach brothers that's been out there for years, man. Come on, man. Just go out there and listen, man. Follow through with the precepts.
Or even talking. I know y'all brothers seen this. You know, some men that's on the outside they talking to. They might grab another brother that's listening to the side and try to teach them.
Yeah,
hey, bro, come on, man. Like that's rude.
Yeah,
you know, because the teachers are right here. You trying to basically distract this brother from the lesson. You know.
Yeah, that's wicked too.
Yeah, that's wicked as hell.
Establish your own thing on another brother's platform.
Build off another man's
You
foundation.
got the knowledge, man. Just do your own thing, man.
Yeah,
you know, you come to camp. You know, you claim you already don't. Man, just do your own thing, man.
Yeah, and
you know,
like we're going into, you know, with anything you get involved in, there's such a thing called paying your dues.
Right.
You know, anything like even these secret or Greek fraternities and sororities and stuff like that, they get hazed. You know, a lot of these different organizations, they have a screening process. They have such a thing as called paying your dues. You know, they don't just easily accept you into anything. You know, and really it's the spirit. It's all through the spirit. But you know, I looked up that word paying your dues, and the first thing that comes up, it says fulfill one's obligations. You know, so you have to fulfill your obligations. You know, you have to go through what's necessary for you to go through before you can be a part of that, whatever it is. You know,
I got something real quick. This is the 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word that you may grow thereby. Yeah, you want to desire, just focus on the word, man. You know, focus on receiving the word. When you go out there, have your scriptures ready. Have your Bible, your apocryphal. If you have a notepad, you could jot down notes. You could highlight notes. But just come in the spirit of humility, man. We so tired of our people coming in the spirit of pride, man.
Right.
Like they know everything, man. But only been knowing the truth for a few months.
Right.
They come down before men that's been out there for 10, 15, 20, 30 years and come in the spirit like they're going to teach them something, man.
Mm-hmm.
Relax, man.
Right.
You find out you an Israelite, you find out you somebody, relax. You know, don't let it get to your head, man.
Right.
Just because you find out you're an Israelite don't mean that you're going to be saved. There's an etiquette that has to be performed. There's order that has to be illustrated. You know, there's a way, there's an idea on how to move. It's not just finding out you an Israelite and then you get puffed up.
Right.
That's not what it's about, man. Okay? When you find out you an Israelite, you're supposed to get humbled.
That's right.
You're supposed to get low. You're supposed to look at the law, statutes, and commandments and see that you are a transgressor and be guilty of breaking these laws. And that does what? That makes you humble.
That's right.
It makes you humble, man. It makes you come towards the men of the Lord in a position of humility because you read the scriptures and you understand I've broken these laws, man.
Yep.
Not you come and be like, yeah, man, I'm the Israelite King David. We killed 22,000 at one time. No, it's not how you come. When you find out that you're an Israelite, when you read your law and the word that was given unto you, and you see that you're a transgressor, you're supposed to be coming into a state of humility, a state of mourning,
That's right.
a state of forgiveness, man. So when you come down to the camp, that's the type of spirit you're supposed to come in, man. Humble, quiet, meek. The scriptures tell you in James, the 1st chapter, receive the engrafted word with meekness, which is able to save your souls, man.
That's right.
You got to receive this word with humility, with meekness, man. Not with pride. You don't come down to the camp trying to fly off and show all the other brothers what you know.
Right.
Trying to recruit brothers on the low. Hey, when we going to link up? When we link up at camp.
Right.
Okay? You got to prove yourself to Yahweh Shema Shai, brothers. Okay? You don't just pay $5 and you could join the GMS camp. It don't work like that, man. All right? Sometimes it take months. It may take a year.
Yep. That's right.
You know? But you got to desire that word, though. That's what brothers is looking for. Who is willing to show the drive that it takes in order to acquire this word with humility? That's what we're looking for, man. Okay, I'm gonna continue on, and I'm gonna toss it to you, brothers. This is verse 3. If so, be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious, to whom coming as unto a living stone, disallowed indeed of men, but chosen of the Most High and precious. So you want to come in a spirit that you've never came in before. You want to approach the brotherhood in a fashion of humility, that you coming towards Yahweh Shema Shai, man. You know, in humility, you know, willing to serve the Lord, willing to receive the word, willing to follow the word, you know, willing to come into a camp and follow the order, follow the leader. You know, that's a game that Jake always plays growing up. Is that follow the leader?
Yep.
You know, Simon Says, you know, and Jake don't try to incorporate that in real life though.
Right.
They look at it as a game. You know, when Simon Says, man, hey, you don't follow the leader, man, that's you out.
Right.
You know?
That's right.
So that's how it works in the truth. If us brothers that come up under the apostles and elders, and we don't follow their leadership, we don't follow their rule in the spirit, and we get kicked out. Rightfully so, man, because they've labored and worked to establish what is here today through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai, man. All right? You got it, brother.
Yep. Hey, I got a quick preset. This is wait, what was it? Damn it. Oh yeah, Ecclesiastes 5:1. Yep. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools, for they come and get it.
Then you go to Hebrew where it says keep thy foot. When you go into the Hebrew, I believe it says basically stay in your place, man. You know, you gotta stay in your place when you come before the brothers.
Yep.
You know, the brothers that represents the house of the Most High. You know,
Kind of.
they said what? Oh,
Yeah.
like,
No, I was gonna say like the brother said, relax.
Yeah, relax.
That's basically what this saying is like, bro, chill. You know, chill out.
Yep.
Don't, you know, keep thy foot. I read one more time. Ecclesiastes 5:1. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of the Most High, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools.
Right. Be more ready to hear, man. You know, you should be doing way more listening than talking, man. You know, unless you got a sincere question, you know, a question for ask. Well, other than that, man, you should be listening. Man. You should be all ears, man. You know, or if you claim to already know, like I mentioned earlier, if you already claim to know and you got it, hey, you should be at camp. Why are you listening to us, man? You should be having your own camp then. You know, if you come in that spirit, all right, when you approach the men of the Lord, man, you gotta be all ears, man. That's right. You gotta be attentive. Like the brother's going to taking the notes, highlighting. You know, you should be wanting to get built up, man. That's right. You know, go ahead.
Got it. It says, for they consider not that they do evil.
Yeah, that's an evil thing, man. That you're doing, man. You coming in that corky type of spirit, man. You know, standing on practice. Like your brother said, man, brothers been around. Brothers could discern spirits, man. We could read body language, and we go, it's just be proud, man. Tell how you're standing, you know, looking off to the side, bring the scripture out, and you know, walk off in the abyss. What's up with this guy, man?
Yeah, what are you doing?
You know,
and the reason why we're able to detect that is because when we first came out to the camp, we didn't do that shit.
right?
You know, we didn't come in that type of fashion of, you know, pride, acting like we know something. We came humble, man, just quiet, listening, man.
Yeah.
You know, so if Jake come in another type of way, then you can automatically discern and detect, man. Jake full of shit, man. You know, Jake full of shit. So you know what? That's why, you know, the brother Gamaliel Allah wanted to put this on video and speak on the do's and the don'ts of a novice, man. You know, there are rules and regulations when you attach yourself to a body of men that govern themselves through the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Shai. It ain't no damn free for all, man.
Right.
Okay. Brothers ain't put in these many years of work for you to come in and do whatever the hell you want to do, man. If you want to do whatever you want to do, you can do your own thing. It's easy.
Right.
Stop trying to attach yourself to a body of men and be a goddamn leech. Suck the blood out of the body and do your own thing, man.
Right.
Just originally do your own thing. Stop trying to get breakdowns on the low. You know, but that's what they do. They come in, they try to get breakdowns on the low, try to steal the spirit on the low, and then break off and do their own thing because they're seeking preeminence, man.
We seen that.
That's right.
You know, we seen that a lot of these guys. You know, they basically bite. You know, biting. You know, just trying to learn, like the brother said, learn the breakdowns and go and branch off.
Right.
That's wicked as hell.
They
Man.
they try to recruit. And the scripture say, heaping them to themselves disciples.
Yep.
They try to recruit on the low.
Yep.
They try to you know, ignore, you know, they try to go at a young brother instead of, you know, coming at the brother that's in the top position.
Yeah, right.
You know, instead of checking in with the brother, the camp head or the second in command, and seeing if it's okay to link up with a younger brother. They just go behind the whole total order and try to heap unto themselves disciples, man.
Yeah.
And that be happening not only for men that be on the outside or men that come in. That be happening with men that be in it.
Yeah. I was about to say.
Yeah. Men that be in the truth and they be secretly spying out, hating, inwardly hating you. Yeah, low-key hating. You know, they act like they're your friend in your face. But then when they behind the scenes in their own headquarters, they hate you.
Can't stand.
They can't stand you. And they don't even have an apparent reason. It's just because they not the head.
Right.
Or just because they not the second or the third, or they can't call certain shots that they want to call. So they just come into a body, they try to get certain men to gravitate and appeal to them. you know, and then they lash out.
Or they got offended over something petty.
Yep.
You know.
They held on to it for years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, held on to
11.
Yeah, 11, let it 11. Hold on to it. You know.
Through the Passover.
Yeah, through the Passover. And then next thing you know, it end up leveling up and busting out.
Mm-hmm.
Right. You know, all because they didn't come in the spirit of sincerity, man. Just be sincere, man.
Right.
Come humbly and listen. It's not hard. Get the pride off you, man. If you got pride on you, brother's gonna be able to sniff it out, man.
That's right.
You know, you have something like that?
Well, yeah, I mean, I can get it real quick. It's
All
probably
right, come
the last one.
on.
Unless your brothers had something.
That was all I had.
Matthew 18 and 3. And he said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, ye shall not enter into the kingdom of heaven. It said, verse 4, whosoever therefore shall humble himself as this little child, the same is greatest in the kingdom of heaven.
That's right.
That's right.
It says, "Lest you be converted," which that, like we said, that word novice means newly convert. You know,
Yep.
so you have to be converted. You have to be that's what it means to be a baby. Okay, you know, a baby. You look at the nature of a baby; they don't know nothing. You know,
right,
they're
right.
learning. They're you know, their senses are heightened. You know, they like to explore.
Yep.
Okay, they like, you know, they want to learn. They're just open to information. You know, open to know. You know the truth, know the world. You know,
Right.
and that's the spirit that you know younger brothers have to be in, and like we said, we younger brothers as well, and that applies for us too.
Of course.
You know,
Because we hold ourselves to the same standard.
Mhm.
You know, it ain't like we don't hold ourselves to the standard, man. We hold I hold all these brothers to the standard that the apostle and elders set. Ratazar does the same thing.
Mhm.
We hold ourselves to giving diligence to make our calling of election sure. Doing 3 videos a week, being humble, respecting order, man. All right, we ain't just doing whatever the hell we want to do here, man.
Mhm.
All right,
and telling y'all do this, and the do's and don'ts, and we
right? Yeah, we ain't doing
we you know.
and we ain't doing it. You know, no, we doing it, man. That's why the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai is allowing the camp to grow, man.
Yeah.
In the past year of our camp, we've had about 4 or 5 new brothers, man. And that's because why? Because we're trying to hold ourselves to the best example that we can, so that the Lord can entrust in us to bring the sheep in, man. All right. So even brothers that's coming down and listening, man, hold yourself to a good standard, man. Don't come down there being no damn nigga.
Right.
Come down there wanting to. The first time you out there, the first thing you want to do is let everybody know what you know. We know Jake knows things, man.
Right.
Just be humble and listen. You know?
Kind
The scriptures say what? We came to minister, man, not to minister unto. So we came to serve you the word, man.
That's right.
We didn't come down there for you to serve us the word.
Mhm.
Right.
We came to serve the word of Yahweh Shema Shai unto the people, man. That's why we come out there. So if you come to a camp, that means you coming down there to do what? Receive the word,
That's right.
That's right.
not minister it.
Yeah.
You came to receive it, because if you wanted to minister it, you would have found you another block and taught it.
Right.
Kind of. Yeah.
But if you come down to a camp, that means you come down to receive the word of the Lord through the ministers.
Kind
So listen.
Hey, well, I'm glad you said that, bro. Word. I got a preset that we can
end
close
on
out.
that.
Yeah. This is 2 Peter. No, it's like 1 Peter 2:2. As newborn babes, desire the sincere milk of the word, that ye may grow thereby. If so be ye have tasted that the Lord is gracious. Hey, so it says, as newborn baby, desire the milk of the word. Just like, you know, basically that's the whole point of this lesson. You have to desire the milk, desire to be fed, you know?
That's right.
You know, when suck on the breast. You know, you should, especially when you first learn the truth. A lot of y'all brothers, they on fire, man. Watching videos, like, a lot of, when we first learn the truth, and you other brothers as well, you might lock yourself in the room and watch videos damn near the whole day.
Yeah.
Because you intrigued.
That's right.
You intrigued. You go down to camp and you all leaders, you on fire, man.
That's right, man.
A lot of the younger brothers, they on fire, man. You gotta keep that fire.
Yeah, shalom to Nathaniel Allah.
Hey, shalom,
bro. Shalom to all the Akim on the comment board, man. Shalom to the brother Jake's time. It was that Halal Arya.
Yep.
All of y'all brothers, man, shalom, man. Understand it, man. There's a proper etiquette and a way to go about being in the camp. You got to grow, man, like what the brother Gamal is going into in 1 Peter, the 2nd chapter. You got a desire to grow. And the only way you can grow is you got to come up under the leadership, but you got to come up under the leadership in a proper way. Okay? If the Lord established a church or a body of men, and you have a body of men that's governing that church, you got to come up under that rule, man. The scriptures say, obey them that have rule over you. Now that's going into the apostles and the elders and also the camp in which the Lord put you in, man. Shalom to all of you brothers, man. But this is the time that the Lord is setting the house of David in order, man.
That's right.
So get in order, man. It ain't no damn no crab in the bucket rat race, man.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't how the house of David worked, man.
Right.
No crab, that crab in the bucket mentality, man.
Yeah.
That's the house of Saul.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
That's the house of niggas.
Yeah.
The house of David works in a cohesive spirit, man. In unison, the water, brother. In unison, together, man. Work together to get the job done. There ain't no damn rat race. Right. No damn two hamsters in the wheel trying to get the prize, cross the finish line, man. Crab in the bucket, nigga shit. All right, the house of David builds in unison, in order, respects the order, respect their brethren, man. Say, oh, okay, well, you know what? This is the the body that the Lord put me with. I'm gonna come into this body and I'm gonna stick with the order and I'm gonna follow the order and I'm gonna serve you how about Shema was shy and start with the standard and the order that the apostles and elders set, man.
Yeah.
Okay. That's right. Like Nate said, the brother Nathaniel, he said one body.
That's right.
We one body, man. We ain't two bodies, we one body. So you got certain brothers that can call the shots, but you got certain brothers that enforce the shots.
Yeah.
You got certain brothers that can heal you, certain brothers that can exhort you, certain brothers that can help you, certain brothers that can edify you. All right, certain brothers that can heal you. It's a body. It's one body with different functions, man.
Yeah.
So when you follow the order, the flow of the body, you receive the benefits of it. But you have to join yourself to the body in proper fashion.
That's right.
Before you can receive the benefits of the body, you have to join yourself to the body in the right way in order to see the results of it.
Yeah, that's right. Shalom Barzal too.
Barzal in there?
Yeah,
oh man, hey,
yeah,
shalom, man. Hey, y'all was from Shabbat, from Kakodas Barakatah, bro. Shalom, Barzal.
Hey, so we're gonna close up. Lord willing, you brothers were edified. Lord willing, a lot of you brothers that's learning and listening and coming down, to these camps. Lord willing, you take heed and just remember to just listen and be in the right spirit. Because that's the reason that we did this lesson is for you brothers. Just to come in that right spirit, be humble. That was the main thing. That alone came up a lot through this lesson, being humble, exercising humility and just learning and just be eager to learn and let the Lord's Spirit flow through your vessel. That's what it's all about.
That's right, bro. That's right, man.
Hey, so we're gonna close on that. We want to give all praises to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ba'akadosh.
Double honors to our elders and apostles, and shalom.
Shalom.